Hello students, good morning to you. How are you? I hope you are okay and continuing your study. We are continuing at chapter 6 of class 11, that is anatomy of flowering plants. In our last class we have studied about the secondary growth in dicot stem and dicot root. Today we will complete the chapter and the last topic is your wood. Wood means lakdi. So what is a wood and how it is formed? If we see botanical term, then a wood is formed from xylem, or wood is the xylary element which later formed wood. Clear? Botanically the secondary xylem is called as wood. It consists of the bulk of the dicot stem and root. Means the part which we call as wood, that is present both in root and stem. In which root and which stem? In dicot root and dicot stem, as they show secondary development. So simply how you will define a wood? A wood is the secondary growth of the xylem. Means when xylem get matured, as I have told you, that xylem gets separated from each other. One side of it goes towards the periphery and one side of it goes towards the center, and in this way the central part of the xylem get matured to form wood. Again, the wood is of three types. The wood is of three types. Clear? Three types. First is your spring wood and autumn wood. Second is hardwood and sharpwood. And third one is your hardwood and softwood. Out of these three, only two are in your NCERT book. One is spring and autumn and another is hardwood and softwood. This one I will tell you about hardwood and softwood. So let's start from the difference between spring wood and autumn wood. What is the difference between the wood formed, and they are called as spring and autumn? On what basis they are called? You can see the activity of cambium is influenced by seasons, environmental factors and physiological. Clear? Physiological factors means the cambial activity which you have seen in the last class. The cambial activity means formation of cambium ring occurs, connects all the medullary rays, then the vascular bundles are connected through a ring, that is called cambial activity. And that cambial activity is depends on some environmental factors. Means as you know, every living organism shows a rapid growth in a particular season. So in this type of wood, means in spring wood, the wood also shows a rapid growth in spring season. Clear? In spring season. That's why it is called as spring wood. And the factors affects are seasonal, environmental and physiological. Physiological means the processes that taking place inside the plant body. Second, the cambium is very active in spring, produces tertiary or xylem element. Means the cambial activity takes place always, all over the year. But during spring season, as we know, spring season is a perfect season. In not only the wood is get matured, but also your growth is also occurs in spring season. When we see the growing children, their growth is also takes place or rapid in spring season. Means there must be some factors which influence the growth of the organism. Here exactly what happens. In case of plants, the cambial activity is very active in spring season and produces tertiary elements or xylem elements. Tertiary elements and xylem elements means the xylem has four elements. Clear? Like I have told you, tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. They all combiningly, their activity get increased, due to which the overall dimension of the wood get increased. So here the density is high and the cambial activity is high. That's why the wood that is formed during spring season is called spring wood. Clear? Next, spring wood we can say it as early wood because it is produced in early period of the season. Means spring is early period, that's why we can say it as early period of the season. So This is called early wood or spring wood. Clear? Next, let's see autumn wood. Here cambium is less active. Autumn means just before winter, we can say it as winter. During winter, the cambial activity decreases, due to which the cambial activity decrease. It is dark in color and it has less dimension. Clear, students? Cambium is less active, forms the xylary elements that are smaller in dimension. In case of spring wood, that is larger in dimension, but in case of autumn wood, it is smaller in dimension. This is autumn or late wood. As we called spring wood as early wood, so autumn wood is also called late wood. The main difference between them is one occurs in spring season, another occurs in winter season, in autumn or in winter season. First one is called early wood, whereas second one is called late wood. Clear, students? Next, it is darker in color. It is darker in color and higher density, but in case of spring wood, it is lighter in color. And they together, both spring wood and autumn wood, they together constitute concentric rings like this, which we can say as annual rings. So, if we see a plant, this technique is used to determine the age of the plant, means how old is the plant. Means when we cut a mature or old plant, we can see many circles around it. So, 2 circles are considered as 1 year, as one circle means one ring is formed during spring and one formed during autumn or winter. They form annual ring. Next wood is your second, that is hardwood and sapwood. Let's see what is hardwood and sapwood. Hardwood and sapwood. In common, you can understand that when I said hardwood, so means it is present in the center, and when I said sapwood, it is present away from center, means in the top of the plant. So, what is hardwood? We can say that in old trees, the greater part of secondary xylem is dark brown due to deposition of organic compounds. Due to hardwood is darker brown in color. Darker brown in color. Why this is darker brown in color? As if you see, this is a cut of wood. This portion is darker brown. This part is your hardwood and this part is sapwood. So here the question arises, why this is dark? This is dark because of the presence of organic materials like your organic materials. What type of organic materials may present? The organic materials may be essential oils, resins, tannins, resins, then essential oils, etc. Due to presence of these organic materials, the color of hardwood is dark brown and the sapwood is light. Again, due to these depositions, they have a hard structure. Inside the wood, the central part is a hard structure. This only means the hardwood not only provides the mechanical strength, but also due to presence of these organic substances, it also protects the wood from insect attack or pest attack. Means, remember, hardwood provides mechanical support, as well as prevents the wood from the attack of pests or insects. As we know, pests are present inside a plant. They may attack, or microorganisms or any other insects may attack the wood. That's why the organic materials present inside the wood, means which constitute the hardwood, may help the plant to resist or to prevent the wood from the attack of microorganisms, insects and pests. Clear? Clear, students? Again, let's see. Sapwood. As I have told you, if this is hard, this must be soft. You know, if we cut a plant, then the starting part or initial part which is cut easily cut. But the central part is not easily cut. Because of this, hardwood is present centrally, and sapwood means which have low density and can be cut easily, that is sapwood. So the sapwood is present towards periphery and hardwood is present towards the center, which has a strong resistivity, lignified walls, means like your cemented walls, and presence of organic materials, which helps the wood for its long resistivity or for its long lasting time period. Again, the next type of wood is your hardwood and softwood. From the words you can understand, hard means tight, which is unbreakable, and soft means which can be easily break. So during primary growth of the plant, means dicot stem or root, during primary growth we can easily break a wood because they have no secondary development or secondary activities occurs. After secondary activities, some parts get hardened and some parts remains soft. The hardened parts of a wood or of a tree is known as hardwood, and soft part of a tree or wood is called softwood. Clear, students? So this is all about your chapter 6, anatomy of flowering plants in dicots or monocots. So in next we will study about the tissue organization in animals. But before it, you should practice all these diagrams in this chapter and revise it. I will take your tests.